Today we find third world solutions for first world problems. Coming up. Hey kids, JD here. Unfortunately, the AC where I live went out. Yes, I know, first world problems, poor you. There's probably somebody out there in India going, well, welcome to my world, tough guy. Well, tough guy, I live in the desert, and it can get pretty miserable out here. Since I did not want to cook anything per se, I had to come up with something else. I think we found it. There is an Indian dip called Kashundi, or something like that. I don't actually know what it is. I've never had it before. So as usual, we're gonna prep it, cook it, try it out in front of you, and maybe we'll make some fusion dishes or we'll just surprise you. So make sure you stay till the end so that you can see exactly how this turned out. Before we get started, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It's important and I appreciate it. Let's get going. So the first thing I did is into a mortar and pestle, I put in 2 teaspoons of mustard oil. Now, we need to talk for a second about mustard oil. The US FDA, or one of the associated agencies, has determined that if you have enough mustard oil over a long enough period of time, it can have health effects on you. However, it's also used every day by millions of people in India and in other countries. So you have to decide for yourself. So what you're going to find is, if you choose to buy it and use it, everything will be marked for external use only. There's nothing in here that makes it unsafe for human consumption. But it's up to you to decide. If you don't want to do that, there are substitutes. Go look them up online. To that, add 4 tablespoons of mustard seeds. Traditionally, this recipe uses black mustard seeds, but if those aren't available, use whatever you have. Put this into the mortar and pestle, and you're not trying to make a paste out of it, you're just trying to crack the shells a little bit, just so you can get the mustard essence out. Put this in the blender, add 1 cup of raw, non-ripe, that would be green, mangoes. You can tell if they're appropriate because they're fairly hard when you squeeze them. If they're soft, it's not right. It can be a bit of a difficulty to find that. Thankfully, Walmart exists. They have tremendous amounts of unripe mango. Add up to 1/4 cup of green chilies. 1/4 cup of garlic. Get the peels off it, but you don't need to go crazy cutting it up because the blender will do most of that for you. 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, 1/2 cup of water. Put these in the blender and blend them. You can make a coarse paste out of it, you can make a fine paste out of it, it's all up to you. Now it should be noted that technically speaking, you should let this sit for a few days. It makes the mustard less strong. But that's a decision only you can make. Because I have to get this video out, I'm going to be trying it right as it's done being prepared. And on that note, let's try it. Okay, so rather than bring the whole thing down here, I thought I'd just bring a little bit. Hopefully you can see it there. Good. All right, this is Kashundi, a third world solution to a first world problem. Let's see how it is. I don't honestly know what I think of that. Well, I'm definitely getting the garlic taste. Mustard sometimes. Not sure about the mango. This time what I did is I took the green chilies, split them, pulled all the seeds out, and just put the chilies in. And surprisingly enough, it gave it just some warmth without it going over the top and being ridiculous. But if you like over the top ridiculous, you do what you like. It isn't too hot, it isn't too dull. I just don't know if this is a thing that I like or not. Using the pepper with pulling the seeds out of it, you do sometimes get kind of like a warm, little bit of a grassy, earthy note to it. The turmeric is good. I don't know if it added to the flavor, but it definitely added to the color. And now, onto this week's fusion food. Now, for those of you that didn't catch it, I did fusion food, what I call fusion food before, where we take foods from one culture and use them in the context of another culture, just like someone like Gordon Ramsay would. So this week we're putting the dip on a little Debbie zebra roll. Let's see how it goes. Oh, God. Oh, that brings out the salt for sure. Yeah, this is about as bad as you think it would be. It does bring out the mango, but then you get the mustard and the salt, and I don't... Ugh, oof. Okay, that's it for this video. Feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below. If you don't like, go ahead and hit the like button away. Show what a great human being you are. There'll be a link to subscribe, a link for a playlist full of videos just like this, and a link for my most recent video. Once again, I'm J.D. Tremaine. Thanks for watching. See you soon.